You know, it's springtime when you see these beautiful swan boats. Families are lining up for this iconic Boston seasonal experience. Each boat weighs about 3 tons when fully loaded, and they can carry up to about 20 passengers. These are NIM bottles, and each of them is less than 100 millimeters. They cannot be recycled here in the state of Massachusetts because of how small they are, and they're creating huge littering problems in the city. It's hot and humid in New York City, and people are rushing into the city for New York Fashion Week. We are currently with Ashley and Renee, and this is her Prominence 2024 season collection. It's a very exciting weekend, and you can see people dressing up with their colors popping. It's very exciting. Tonight, we are here in the heart of the city, where the holiday spirit is in its full swing, and we are here to celebrate the annual tree lighting ceremony, which is the Boston tradition to kick off the holiday season. For some young professionals, inflation can lead to more desperate consequences, in addition to job insecurity. While you are dressing up for this Halloween, don't forget about your pet friend. Here in Downtown Crossing, your dogs will be the star of this Halloween costume competition. As you can see, I'm getting a half dozens of donuts right here in front of me, and they smell super great. I'm just gonna dig right through the Boston cream one. As the graduation season approaches, college students are facing a lot of transitions. Here in Boston, finding affordable housing is a big one of them. I'm here at the New England Aquarium, and it is one of the 6 cultural institutions that's involved in the BPS Sunday program. As you can see behind me, there are a lot of families and students lining up for a visit. 4 inmates, including a murder suspect, escaped a Central Georgia jail this Monday morning. They ran away through a damaged window and a cut fence. The prison is located about 84 miles southeast of Atlanta, and all of the inmates have been identified. Now we have learned about what it takes to be a part of the broadcast. But what does it take to be on the field? Or, as they say in soccer, the pitch. Our reporter Summer Stokes is live to tell us more about women in college and professional soccer. Summer? The Dorchester Bridge reopened this morning after being stuck in the upright position for hours, shutting down the traffic. So where do things stand now at Town Hall after the Town Hall leak story was leaked earlier this year? There are currently 22,000 people housed in that system, and half of them are new arrivals. He's also the voice of Lucky the Leprechaun for those Lucky Charms serial TV ads. And most recently, Gizmo and Stripe from the Gremlins franchise for the game Multiverses. Boston City Council is pushing to ban the sale of nips in local liquor stores. Neighboring cities of Boston, including Chelsea and Newton, have already passed similar bans. And there has been significant decrease in public health emergencies related to alcohol.
In 2018, their number of medical-related emergencies due to alcohol were somewhere around 1,000. It was between 750 and 1,000. And last year, it was 225.
However, many think nips contribute very little to public drunkenness, and it actually causes more harm than good.
So I think that limiting access to nips, if anything, it just discriminates, people who do have less money.
Nibs bottles also lead to huge environmental issues because of how hard it is to dispose. Each of them is less than 100 millimeters. They cannot be recycled here in the state of Massachusetts because of how small they are, and they're creating huge littering problems in the city. Some also worry that local small liquor businesses will lose a part of their income.
It'll probably negatively affect them because people will be buying handles, which cost less per volume, and then they'll be repackaging them to take out on the streets.
However, there is no clear evidence showing any liquor store businesses being fatally harmed under the policy.
In the city of Boston, there's nearly 100 liquor stores that already aren't allowed to sell these, and they are still thriving.
Councilor Arroyo's hearing order was presented at the council meeting last Wednesday and will then be assigned to a committee for scheduling. But here in Boston, it might take a few months before the issue is fully adopted. Reporting for WEBJ News, I'm Karen Toy. Every Sunday afternoon, hundreds of people are gathering at the Tremont Church building, where the Eam Chapel of Boston is held. And it is one of the largest Korean churches in Massachusetts. People come here to sing, pray, and listen to the sermon in their native language. The Korean population is one of the fastest growing ethnic groups in the United States. According to Open Doors data, there are more than 40,000 South Korean international students in the country, and over 30,000 Korean descents living in Massachusetts. Many of them are born in Christian families, and attend church regularly.
There are immigrants that go to the church, and there are students. I think as a community of faith, it definitely strengthens your resolve to be able to study or to live in a different country.
But for many of them, church is more than just a place of worship. It's also a place to feel the sense of belonging.
Studying in a foreign country can be lonely. It feels nice to be able to speak Korean.
One of the ways that Korean churches foster the sense of community is by organizing social events.
My favorite social activity is when we go out for dinner, which we call an outing. And with our small group members, we share our lives and have fun.
For some Korean churchgoers, church is also a place to find love. One of the oldest church members, Roy John, met his wife during service, and they recently got married.
Yes, I did find my wife at EM Chapel, and it's been a blessing so far.
To strengthen the community, the EM Chapel also hosts trips outside of Boston and group dinners. Reporting for WEBJ News, I'm Karen Tsui.